You have quit something this year. I've quit almost everything I've ever chosen to start. YouTube, the gym, a business idea I was obsessed with for 2 weeks, then never opened again. But I finished everything I've never chosen. School, graduated with honors, mandatory military service, done. A factory job, I showed up every single day. Perfect record on things I had no choice about. 0 on things that were actually mine. I thought that was a me problem, a weakness. It's not. It's a generation-wide pattern, and it comes down to one thing. When it's your choice, you have to choose it again every day. With the factory job, I didn't wake up and decide to go. I went because leaving had consequences I wasn't ready for. 2 months of dreaming about the last day, and I showed up every single one of them. But with something you chose yourself, YouTube, the gym, a business, you wake up every morning and the first question is whether today is still the day you're doing this. And that gets exhausting because you could stop and you know you could. And that knowledge sits there making everything feel less certain. I tried to build something on my own and I couldn't get past week 3. I remember sitting at my desk, opening the project and just closing it. No reason. I just didn't feel like it anymore. Not because it was harder than the factory, but because nothing was stopping me from stopping. We've been calling structure discipline our whole lives. It isn't. Discipline is choosing to stay when you don't want to, and leaving is completely free. Most of us have never actually done that, and it gets worse. Kids today have even less structure than we did, but that's the pattern from the outside. Here's what it actually feels like. There's a moment where we quit, and it's not when things get hard. It's day 47. Day 1 feels like a possibility. You got a plan, you've done the research, you're all in. Day 365 is success. Visible results. You can actually see something has happened. Day 47 is neither. The excitement is gone. The results haven't arrived. And nothing is forcing you to continue. I've been there more times than I can count. I know exactly what it feels like. You're not failing, you're not succeeding, you're just grinding, in silence, and your brain asks why you're still doing this. When you're in it, you think you're doing it wrong. You think the people who made it somehow skipped this part. They didn't. This time, I'm trying to stay consistent. I made that decision once. This is my structure, because right now, it's all I have. That's the whole secret. Just not quitting on day 47. Which sounds simple until you're actually there. So what actually works? Not motivation, not inspiration. Something less exciting than that. You need to remove the option to quit. The reason I finished school wasn't discipline. It was deadlines and people watching. The reason I finished military service wasn't strength. It was that leaving wasn't an option. You can recreate that. Tell someone what you're building. Now there's a consequence. Someone knows. So stopping means you have to explain why. Set a deadline that actually costs you something if you miss it. Not a personal goal, an external commitment. A date you told someone else about. I told you this video was coming out this week. Now I had to make it. That's the whole trick. And remove the decision. Don't decide every morning whether today is still the day. Make the decision once and then stop making it. The gym isn't a choice on Tuesday. Tuesday is gym. Making a video isn't a choice this week. This week has a video. You're not fixing your personality. You're recreating the conditions that made you finish things you had no choice about. It works because it's the same brain. The same person who graduated with honors is the same person who quit the gym 3 times. The difference was never who you were. It was whether leaving was an option. The things I can be most proud of are the things I had no choice but to finish. Graduating with honors. The military service I didn't enjoy. The goal isn't to become someone who never quits. It's to find something you actually want to stay for. If you stayed until the end of this, my other videos out there if you want to keep going.